I'm going to give you a few pointers for taking AutoCAD images through Illustrator. Illustrator is a vector graphic program, and so is AutoCAD. What that means is that you're going to get vector lines that are nice and clean through Illustrator, but when you take an AutoCAD image through Photoshop, the result is Photoshop is going to rasterize that image, and as a result you're going to see a softer, fuzzier sort of line quality. I know a lot of you are probably much more comfortable working in Photoshop, but if you just try it out, I think you'll find that working in Illustrator can be really just as easy, and in some ways it can be even easier. Illustrator works better for text in a lot of ways. It'll give you sharper, cleaner looking text, and it doesn't put every bit of text into a separate layer, which I think makes it easier to work with than Photoshop. Also, you can use Illustrator to resize images just as you can in Photoshop, but it's a little harder to crop things, but I can show you a trick for dealing with that issue. But first, let's take this AutoCAD image here, and I'm going to make a selection out of it. And then you may be used to right-clicking and choosing copy in AutoCAD, but I'm just going to do the traditional Control-C, as in CAD, which is kind of the universal copy command. And then I'm going to get AutoCAD out of the way. Go to Illustrator, and I'm going to paste this file into Illustrator. Okay. Now you'll see that the line quality is good, but it looks as though I've lost the walls. What you haven't. They're there. It's just that they were probably white over in AutoCAD. Let's take a look. Yeah, they were white, and so that color came through, and they're not showing up here in Illustrator. But we'll fix that in just a minute. First, let's do this. Let's move these things all onto separate layers. I start out with just one layer, but it's easy to make new ones. I just go down to here to this little Create New Layer button. I'm going to click that a few times, and then I've got different layers that I can use for different things. So I'm going to select one of these red lines, and actually what I need to do is go up to Object menu and choose Ungroup, because Illustrator brings us in all as one big group. Okay, so once I've done that, I should be able to get this individually here, and then I'm going to go to select Same Stroke Color, and that'll get all the things that are that color, and it looks like it didn't quite get all of them. Okay, I'm going to move those things into this layer just by grabbing this little gray box and moving it up into the next layer like that. Now let me do that again. Let me get one of these lines and try that again. Select Same Stroke Color, and this time it did get all those pink lines, so I'm going to move those up into another layer just by moving. There's a little gray box there. I'm just moving it up there, and then that box turns green because this layer has green as its layer designation color. Then I'll get the text. I'll do again, select Same Stroke Color, and then I'm going to move all of that text up into layer 4. Okay, so now I've got things kind of separated out in a nice way. I've got one more thing to do here, which is to get the white lines. So I just select one of the white lines, and I say select Same Stroke Color. It gets all those, and then I'm going to move all those up into layer 5. And once I have them in layer 5, I can lock out all those other layers. I'm just going to do that. That locks them. And then I'm going to come over to my color picker, and I'm going to choose like a dark gray line for all of those. Okay, so this times out at 5 minutes, this video tool. So what I'm going to have to do is stop this because this takes a long time to explain. So I'm going to stop here, and then I'll make a second video, and then I'll post both of them for you.